Flosstube episode number 42. I'm coming at you a day early because we will be leaving for Nashville Needlework Market in 2 days. And if I didn't do this today, I don't think it would have got done. So I'm trying to be proactive and stick to my schedule. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by and checking out what I have to show you in ways of stitching and online shop stuff and retreats and goodies and all sorts of things. And if you are a subscriber, I thank you so very much for coming back to see me once again. My throat's a little dry. But let's get on with the stitching, shall we? I have not stitched in the last 5 days. Kind of feel a little bit guilty about that. However, I have been busy getting prepped for market and getting all of your pre-orders invoiced and ordered from the designers and vendors. I will tell you, we will be carrying more fabrics this year. After I go to market, I will be carrying Atomic Ranch fabrics, Fox and Rabbit fabrics, and I'm going to see what Corinne and Colleen of Grace Notes has available if they didn't run out via pre-order. I didn't want to buy too much fabric while I was there because I knew that I was going to be getting the Atomic Ranch order in as well as Fox and Rabbit. So let's get on to the stitching. I did finish the Heart and Hand Wee Santa 2015. If you'll recall, I am doing all of the Wee Santas from 2013 forward because I want to give Daniel a stash of ornaments when he leaves the house or leaves the nest or grows up, becomes a big boy. So there he is. He's all finished. Now, I didn't have all of the called for, so I just substituted where I could with DMC or whatever I just had in stash. He's super cute. So that was Heart and Hand 2015 Wee Santa. I'm also, I'm failing to, on so many levels, I didn't bring my sheet in. I think this is a 36 count linen, and I'm not, I think it's an X-Jude linen, but I'm not sure what it is. I will bring that next time. Like I said, I'm all kerfuffled because I'm just trying to get things wrapped up before we leave. I started working on the 2014 Wee Santa. So these are also my Whip Go calls. My Whip Go calls are to finish those two items. So I finished that one. I don't think I'm going to finish this by the end of today. But I did get a good bit of him done. Look at that deer. I feel like these aren't the same stitch count. This is 59 by 80. And this one doesn't say. Let's say on the inside. 51 by 81. Well, I'm wondering why that one looks bigger. I know I didn't stitch the first one over too. But, I mean, am I crazy sauce or does it look bigger? Looks bigger to me. I did not stitch this over one. I didn't stitch this over one. So why does he... Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's not like they're all going to be sitting on the same fabric together. They're going to be made into ornaments. Eventually. Just like he'll eventually move out of the house someday. I don't know when that day will be, but it will be a day. So the other thing that I worked on, I was lucky enough to go to Brick City Cross Stitch. Has a 1-day bare bones retreat. Basically, it's a stitch day at a local hotel. Jean does a really good job of just renting out a room for a day so everybody can come together and stitch. I got to see Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher Erin of Perpetual Projects. I met 2 new Stacie friends. Jody is, I don't know what, she's new to Flosstube. I want to say Ocala Stitcher or Stitching on Ocala. I can't recall. But I did get quite a bit more done on my Tiny Modernist Stitch Witch. She's so cute. Here she is. Oh, wow. The lighting is good today. So this is really the color of this fabric. This is an 18 count Terrific Ada from Fortnite Fabrics. And you'll see I was able to get, let's see here. This is fun. I was able to get the skull done, these flowers, the rest of these vines, and these little buttons. So she's moving quite along. I really love this. It's so easy to stitch. It's so fun to stitch. And y'all look at the back. My back's looking pretty sweet. I normally don't show my back because sometimes I like to carry depending on how busy I am. My only thing with this chart is I think I want to get rid of the October 31st. But I think she probably needs to have something else there. I just don't know what it's going to be. Does anyone have any suggestions for that? For changing this out? I don't want to make it just a big square block. But maybe I could just throw some of these other colors in there and make some kind of design. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments, please. So I worked on that. Then I worked on some secret stitching, but I don't think that my exchange person from the spring exchange watches my Flosstube. And if they do, I just won't say who it is, so then if they forgot who was stitching for them, it'll be just fine. So I pulled out this Spring Blooms chart from Scissortail Designs. And of course I'm changing it up and I'm changing the colors and I'm changing everything. So I was inspired by Alicia, the Fanciful Flamingo. I saw her finish for Beehive Rules, I think it was. How she did a neck roll. And I think I'm going to do a neck roll. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch this chart, this Spring Blooms, but without the border, and then sandwich it between 2 of these. So I'm stitching this. Of course, I changed all the colors because you know me, I love to change all the colors too. This is 20 count Raspberry Latte from Grace Note Fabrics, and I pulled a bunch of Ymir's flosses for this. So these are all Almond M&M flosses, silk floss. And I'm stitching this 2 over, no, I changed it. It's not 2 over 1, it's 1 over 1 on 20 count. So, Janelle, this smells like the cinnamon thread floss that you made for Christmas because it was stored in a bag with it. So I finished the first motif. That's what she looks like. So what I'm going to do is do this and then put another one over here. And then in the middle is going to be Spring Blooms. But I'm going to take off this border. I thought it was a pretty cool idea to do that. And then I'm going to make it into a neck roll. I thought that was... I don't have much time to do this, so this is coming with me to Nashville because this is what I want to dedicate my time getting done. It shouldn't take too long. It's not a very big chart, but I want to make the deadline. Right? That's important. Making your deadlines. So we have a 10-hour car ride. Hopefully I can stitch on 20 count over 1 in the car. We'll see. So I'm going to bring this and my Stitch Witch on the road trip. So, y'all, that's all I stitched for the last 15 days, 12 days since, sorry, I'm getting my notes here. Since February was a short month, I haven't stitched very much. Like I said, I haven't stitched in the last 5 days. So, last video we had some rack. So I'm going to be sending this rack, Random Act of Kindness, off to the person who put Sparkle in the comments. So they are getting a Stacie Stitches prize pack with a little dish, a needle minder, some of my retreat project cards and mini project, well, these aren't the mini project cards, but I'll throw mini project cards in there. Regular project yearly project card. So the winner of this is Connie Montague of Counts Twice, Stitch Once. I will get this in the mail to you, Connie. So you can expect that coming shortly. And we do not do random acts of kindness on the first video of the month. So if that's something you're looking for, you'll have to come back and see me on the 15th when I do the next video. Oh, while I'm here, we'll do this too. We will check out my WhipGo calls. So that's going to be part of my plans is WhipGo. And I think Jessie Marie called 22 and 2 for March. So number 22, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. There's my, oh. Dingleberries. That's my, there. That's my WhipGo board. I'm loving GoodNotes. I'm using GoodNotes a lot for my regular planning, my cross stitch planning. So number 2 is October Year of Celebrations from Hands On Design. The goal is to finish that in October, not fabulously finish it, just finish the stitching. And then number 22, which is the November Cottage of the Month from Country Cottage Needleworks. So that's what I'll have to work on for the month of March. And I'm also not going to start one of those until I finish the 2015 Santa. So that's part of my plans is WhipGo. Nashville Market is going to eat up quite a bit of my time over the next week or so. And retreats. The next retreat that I'm going to attend, I'm going to try to do another bare bones retreat, 1 day stitch-in at Brick City. Jean is hosting one in May, so I'm going to try to get into that one. We recently here, my Trinity Stitchers group that I started. So if you are in the Pasco, Hernando, Pinellas, Hillsborough County area, and you are looking to do a stitch-in, we do a stitch-in night once a month, the last Wednesday of the month at No Naked Walls, which is a frame shop here locally in Port Richey. If you're interested in coming to do that, you can join the Trinity Stitchers Facebook group, or you can send me an email or comment or whatever you'd like, and I will get that information to you. So that's the last Wednesday of every month. Brick City retreat in May, the 1 day bare bones retreat I want to try to get to. Then June is StitchCon, and I'm sure everybody's chomping at the bit and excited about that. But there are a couple of really big retreats before that. There's one in Cocoa Beach with Liz Matthews and Kathy Barrick. There's the Garon Stitchery Retreat, which is in May as well. But I just couldn't swing that one. I had to back out of that one. But I know quite a few people who are going, so I hope they all have fun. So June, StitchCon. Then I don't have another retreat until September when I head off to the Crazy Woman retreat in Casper, Wyoming, which I'm stoked about. I'm not stoked about the travel piece of it because I decided because the flights were crazy expensive from Tampa to Casper. So rather than fly into Casper because it's a small regional airport, I'm just going to fly into Denver and make the 4-hour journey from Denver to Casper. So I decided to do that. That's all booked and ready to go. Then in October, I am sad to say I won't be at Stitch West this year. I'm going to Stitch New England, which happens to be on the same weekend, I think, or they're like a week apart. And I promised the old hubsters that I would not schedule retreats too close together. So I'm trying to do one a quarter if I can do it that way. That's how I'm trying to get away with it. And then we will have 1 year from last week. We will be having our 2024 Beach Please retreat at the Sheraton Sand Key Resort in Clearwater Beach, Florida. If you guys don't know about that, there is a resort tour video that we put up last week on Flosstube, on my Flosstube channel. You can check out the resort there. And last Friday, Brian and I did a fun little Q&A live on Instagram. We had a blast. We were having a lot of fun, and there was a lot of fun being made. Brian is an off-the-cuff funny kind of guy, so he says things without realizing how funny they sound until after somebody repeats it back to him. But it all worked out. You can find highlights from that, or you can find that Q&A session recorded on the highlight reel on my Instagram account. So in the highlights, if you go to, I think it's 2024 retreat or Beach Please, it's in the highlights there. Shop talk, market. We are getting ready for market feverishly. I know there are several designers that are already on the road on their way to Nashville. We will be leaving on Thursday morning very early. I think Brian said he wants to leave at 4 a.m. possibly, because we want to get through Atlanta. Atlanta is the tough part of the journey. Once we get through Atlanta, it'll be like easy breezy sailing. It won't be a problem. It's just getting up through it. It's first getting through Florida, which takes about 4 hours, and then through Atlanta, which the traffic in Atlanta is horrible if you've ever been on it or in it. It should take us about 10 hours. Fingers crossed, only 10 hours. And then we'll be there, and then we'll be shopping, and then we'll be sweating and tired and talked out and peopled out and all that good stuff. One more note about Beach Please. We made a very big announcement on the Q&A session that we did on Instagram. We announced who the guest designer was going to be, and we are ecstatic to have Emily Cole of Salt and Pepper Stitching as our guest designer for the Beach Please 2024 retreat. I know I'm all over the place. I even have notes, but I don't have them in the right order. I need to put my notes in a specific order so I can do it properly, but I haven't done that. Some more shop news. Beginning March 1st, we will be having signups for the Fabulously Finished Kit Club. I should have the details in front of me so I can tell you about it, but it is, the signups will be open from March 1st until March 15th, or if we sell out, hang on just a second. I want to pull up the details for you. So sorry about that. Fabulously Finished Kit Club. The kit will include 2 pieces of fabric, charms or other types of embellishments, ribbons and trims, a finishing piece like a finishing board, ornament, stand, something like that. It is a bi-monthly club, so it will be, the first club will ship, or the first kit will ship in April. We are limiting enrollment to 20 boxes. The cost is $40 plus any shipping and applicable taxes, which only my Floridian friends would have to pay tax on that because that's where I live. So signups are for March 1st and we'll close on the 15th or when we sell out. And the first shipment will be April 15th with the invoices due on April 1st. Now, the inspiration for the first kit will be the Tea Time palette from Treenway Silks. If you're anywhere on social media, you will see the X Stitch the Rainbow charts that were all created or designed using the Treenway Silks Tea Time palette. So that is going to be the inspiration for the first fabulously finished kit, because I know that those are going to be quick to stitch and people are going to want to finish them right away. So I figured that would be the perfect kickoff to the Fabulously Finished Kit Club. So if you're interested, I will be posting up I will put a link in the description box for the sign up sheet. So I guess signups would start today then. And if you're interested, just put your name on that list. So that's it for Shop Talk. New, I don't want to say stash. It's not really stash. So things I bought, right? Things I bought. So I recently bought myself, I created this and bought this tote bag that has my name on it and has my tagline on it. And aftermarket, I will be putting these up in the shop for purchase. Because someone had seen one that I had already posted on Instagram and was like, I need that bag. So I ordered some more to be for sale after we get back from market. And while at the Bare Bones Retreat, I had to stop in to Jean's, into Jean's shop so I could get some fabrics. I love going to her shop to look for fabrics. And I picked up some needles that I'm still trying to find my, Pat Carson replacements. And I wanted to get some beading needles because I have some beading projects. And I'm just liking a thinner needle lately, especially trying to stitch with Ymir Silks over one. I wanted a thinner needle. So I got this is a 32 count antique white remnant. So if you ever go to Brick City, they cut to size. So whatever your size you need is what they cut. So then she has these awesome little remnants for sale in like a 50% off pile. And I mean, this is a pretty decent piece of linen, right? You could get 8 ornaments out of that, I think. So this is 32 count antique white linen, and it was 50% off. So I had to get it. I then ventured into a 40 count. This is Water Lily from Weeks Dye Works. I thought this would be a really pretty Easter or spring. Oh, it's not showing up very well here. Where's my whiteboard? Let's see if my whiteboard helps out. Maybe a little bit. Maybe it helps just a little bit. Oh, there you go. So you can see it's a little more like a springy pastel green, which I liked. And then I got this, which is 32 count Lugana Moon Glow. I'm not sure who the dyer is, though. If you know, let me know. But this is like a really buttery, I want to call it daffodil color, like a color of a daffodil. Oh, there we go. See, I have a light coming in from over that side. That's really the good color. So again, I was really feeling the springtime thing. And y'all, that's all of my purchases. Can you believe it? Oh, I bought a magnet board while I was there too, because I forgot to bring mine when I went up to the retreat. So that's my haul. That's it. I think that's all I have to talk to you guys about. No, do you want to hear some personal stuff? If you don't, you can hop off now and I'll catch you next time. I hope to be more organized next time. So let's move on to personal stuff, or let's get personal. At the end of our trip to Market, Brian and I are shooting over to the Tri-Cities area, which is Kingsport, Bristol, Johnson City, to scope out some areas in which we would like to live, because that's where we're planning on moving to, is to that area. So we really want to nail down not so much a neighborhood, but a town, or a 5-mile square radius of exactly where we want to end up, or at least rule some places out. I keep going to the southwest of Johnson City is where I keep migrating to, but there's a lot of opportunity for homes in the west of Johnson City, so like Kingsport area, but we just don't know. We're just not sure. So once we get a locale figured out, we can really get going on. I mean, we're already looking at houses and talking to a realtor, but we'll get to meet our realtor for the first time and really scope things out. So that'll be exciting. Baseball is going not really crazy. The boys are not winning, but they are really gelling like a team, and Danny is doing phenomenal. He's far exceeded what he was capable of last season and is just blowing us all away and blowing his coach away. So this will be the second season that we've been with this same coach, and it's been working out fabulously. So we're excited about that. We will be putting our house on the market, probably our house here in Florida on the market, probably this time next year. So we have some plans to do a little bit of remodeling, just to get it so we can get the best bang for our buck. So we will be replacing most of the floors in the house. So with the exception of this room and the kitchen and laundry room, we're replacing the rest of the floors in the house. Oh, and our bathroom. So our master bedroom, the living room or great room area, whatever you want to call it, Daniel's bathroom and his room are all getting new flooring. And we're going to paint. We don't need to paint this room because this room is the most recently updated room. Because Brian made this beautiful office for me during COVID when we were going to be staying home all the time. And then we both got permanently remote jobs, so now this really is an office. It will never ever be again a bedroom while we live here. So we have some remodeling to do. We need some tree trimming to do. Brian wants to have all the trees lifted and all the palms trimmed, so that'll be a nice chunk of change. We sold our boat. Brian is a little relieved and sad that we had to sell it, but we put four hours on it last year, which if you are a boat goer, you record your time in the miles that the motors ran. So it only ran 4 hours for us last year, and that is not a lot of time. So we were just paying for something we weren't using and paying to store it and paying to have it. So it took less than 5 days to sell it. So that was a big bonus for us. So I have been crazy busy at my 9-to-5 job. Usually this happens at the beginning of the year because everybody's new metrics come out and people are all gung-ho about wanting to do massive improvements to standardized work and, all that mumbo-jumbo. If you guys don't know, I am a collections analyst for a filtration company, a global filtration company. So I do business to business collections and month-end reporting. So they are hitting us hard with increasing our productivity. So I've been crazy busy at work. Brian is dealing with the same thing because his company was just bought out. So they are pushing real hard for, do more with less, as every other corporate job usually goes. So super busy at work, super busy with the business. We did our taxes and the business far exceeded our expectations for sales. It was a significant difference between our 2021 and 2022 tax returns. So it's good, but it's scary because we're growing a little bit faster than we thought, but we're keeping up with everything. If you don't agree that we are still providing excellent customer service, please let me know. But I think that's all. We're just super busy. We're a super busy family. I never thought I'd be this busy in my mid-40s, but here we are. And I'm hoping to get back to some stitching and to some regularly scheduled, regimented, time things, not having to worry about market and all this other stuff. And then I will be focusing all my time on getting you guys your stuff, getting ready for Beach Please 2024. What else did I want to tell you? There was something else, but now I'm drawing a blank. I'm sure I'll remember it as soon as I hit stop, and we will have to pick it up next time. But if you like the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. I always love hearing your feedback, so please leave me comments or emojis. I like both, and I do read both. I try to comment on everything if you have a question, or even if you comment, I do try to get back to people. So until next time, guys, quit bitching, get stitching. Bye!